over 3 million subscribers, the fastest growing YouTube channel of all time. It belongs to Piers Morgan Uncensored, the global superstar journalist, well, a friend of Erin Molan's. Erin Molan, have you organised Piers Morgan to come on our show?
Well, look, I think my strike rate now is 1 in 20 requests. So that's a freaking win, my friends.
We got Piers Morgan live. Piers, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you. You've got literally 10 minutes because I'm speaking to you from half-time in the Tottenham-Man City game, which normally I wouldn't give a damn about. But actually, Tottenham are managing to defy all odds, putting up a good fight. And if they get a result, Arsenal will win the Premier League.
Mate,
you've got 10 minutes.
No, look, I'm an Arsenal fan as well, Piers, and I've informed everyone what the story is here.
That's un-Australian.
What's that? It's not un-Australian to be Arsenal.
Yes,
no, Ange Postecoglou is going to do this because he doesn't realise how much Tottenham hates Arsenal, does he, Piers?
Yes. Well, no, he does, but he doesn't care because he's Australian, and Australians never, ever, ever play to lose, right? And I'm actually, I actually think if it comes to it, he'll start doing what all Australians do against English teams. He'll start to cheat, right? And he'll start to use sandpaper. He'll use sandpaper. He'll start illegally running people out. I mean, he'll do anything. Well, I love this.
Hey, Piers, I was going to ask, what is the soccer version of the sandtape? How do you cheat in soccer?
You probably just have to nobble the VAR guy, the guy who sits up in his little tower and decides what's happening with the offside rule. I don't know. But look, I just think at the moment, it's very hard to explain. But I've just told my wife, who I've been married to since 2010, but been with since 2005, that I have never seen Arsenal win the Premier League since I met her. She has become this voodoo doll for Arsenal. And it may be that finally, we are going to do it.
Yeah. But Piers, even if this happens, Arsenal do have to win next on Saturday, don't they? So they still have to win Saturday.
Well, we play Everton on Sunday at home. You've got to think that Arsenal will win that. City play West Ham at home. They're going to win that. It's all about tonight.
Wow.
If Tottenham can either win or draw, Arsenal are currently three goals ahead on goal difference. We will be Premier League champions.
Mate, I'm with you. Again, I'm a gooner. We're here there, but we're not a sports show here, Piers. So
can I ask him about baby reindeer?
If you must.
Piers,
Let's get back to why you called me.
Yes, look, this did make me laugh. Your post in particular, but your baby reindeer, Martha, she's suddenly decided she's demanding $1 million for the interview she did with you. And look, I get it because the numbers that you're doing on it are phenomenal. You gave her £250.
Well, I bet that's more than you give your guest.
It's a fair point.
Well, look, the bottom line is we gave her the same that we give 95% of our guests. I won't say what it was, but we also paid for her to have a nice haircut, and we got her a nice car and so on. I think we treated her very fairly and reasonably. And the bottom line is this baby reindeer thing. I didn't really understand what a huge phenomenon this is, but it is an absolute global phenomenon. To give you some idea, the interview on our YouTube channel has so far had 11 million views. One of the clips on our TikTok channel has had 26 million views. Right? These numbers are like nothing I've ever seen. We've had 200,000 new subscribers to our YouTube channel in the last 6 days. So there's something about baby reindeer that's captivated the world, and I was a bit late to the party on it. But I have to say, having done the interview, there's a lot of really interesting questions. Anyone who's watched the Netflix series and watched my interview will know that the big question is, was this woman who was easily identified, Martha is easily identifiable as Fiona Harvey, did Fiona Harvey ever actually go to prison? Did she admit to the crime? Was she ever convicted of being a stalker? And at the moment, we're 3-4 weeks into this series being aired on Netflix. No journalist in the world has managed to find out that there's any conviction whatsoever. And if that's the case, Netflix's claim at the start of every episode, this is a true story, is not true, and she'll be suing them.
And Netflix, last check, they're worth quite a bit. So this could be a massive payout for her, couldn't it?
Well, look, I'm a journalist, former newspaper editor, and I know if I call somebody a convicted stalker who'd admitted to the crime in a court and it turned out that was not true, then you would pay them a very large check. And I can't see why this won't be the case here. Now, it doesn't mean that I believed everything Fiona Harvey told me. I think she was lying a lot throughout the interview. I do think he sent Richard Gadd, who, of course, is the author of this story, the star of the Netflix series as well, about his own life. I do think she sent him all these messages. But I also think he was a very damaged guy who clearly, by his own admission, had a lot of issues with drugs and a very perfect sex life with all sorts of people. And I think that he has said he led her on. Now, again, from a legal perspective, it's not illegal to send people messages. It's illegal to criminally stalk somebody. But if she's not been found guilty of that, then where does this leave not just Netflix, but Richard Gadd, Clerkenwell Films, who made the production? They're all in a very difficult position. And it's not because I think that necessarily Fiona Harvey is a sympathetic figure. She didn't come across particularly sympathetic in the interview. But ultimately, if that one big fact is not true, I think it's a huge defamation.
Well, exceeds all the others, doesn't it? I've got to ask you before we let you go. I know you've got the second half of the footy. The Royals, the Give Us Privacy, have just done a massive, big royal-looking tour to Nigeria. What are your thoughts?
Oh, it's disgusting. And honestly, the idea that these two renegade royals from California, who, remember, quit royal duty. They don't put a shift in on a wet Wednesday up in Stoke in the north of England to earn all their trinkets. They left the country. They betrayed their family. They trashed their family. They trashed the monarchy. And now they pop up in places like Nigeria, pretending to be on some kind of official royal visit. No, thank you. This is a really disgraceful abuse of their titles. And I said for a while, King Charles, who rightly snubbed Harry last week when he came to London, should now step in and he should remove their titles. If they want to be celebrities going around the world as Meghan and Harry celebrities, that's fine. But they cannot go around as a rival royal family because that is damaging to the institution of the monarchy and it's damaging to King Charles. And I'd also say this. These two, for the last 5 years, have been making hell for the royals as Prince Philip dying, as the Queen was dying. They're now doing it as both King Charles and Catherine, the Princess of Wales, have cancer. They have no shame, these two. No shame whatsoever. And I think it's completely disgraceful.
Now, fair enough, Piers. Can I just go back to your career, going full-time on YouTube? Good decision. Are you happy just to be online now? Is that better?
I've got 4 kids, and the oldest is 30, youngest 12. None of them watch conventional television on linear television. They just don't. They all watch everything through YouTube. And I realized this over the last sort of year or so. And we started getting gigantic numbers for the stuff I was doing, debates and interviews on the YouTube channel, which dwarfed anything I was doing on either Talk TV or Sky News Australia or Fox Nation in America. And eventually I went to my bosses and I said, look, I think I should just be full on digital. It's the future. It's a bit like when the music industry went through the whole, vinyl to digital. It's a bit like newspapers from print to digital. I really believe that television is moving from linear to digital. And I think I'm going to be ahead of the curve. Like you said, we've got nearly 3 million subscribers with the fastest growing YouTube channel of any kind in the world. And last week alone, 200,000 new subscribers, 11 million people watching this interview. There is not a TV show in the world doing those kind of numbers. So I think it's a very exciting time to be doing the same kind of stuff I've always done, but in a completely different medium.
And have you worked it out financially? There's money coming to you through it?
Yeah, it's very, if you get to the kind of numbers we're at, it's a very good revenue stream. Very, very good. You don't have to worry. I know what you're worried about. You're worried about me not being able to buy my daughter breakfast tomorrow morning. It's going to be okay.
It's going to be okay.
Right.
And
She's going to get fed.
Just
Love
like
you.
Ange, it's
Thank
going to be
you.
okay today. Piers Morgan Uncensored on YouTube, one of the fastest growing YouTube channel in the world. And thank you very much, Piers Morgan.
Fastest.
The fastest. Sorry. Sorry about that. The fastest. Thank you, Piers.
Let's do this.
Go the Gooners.
Thank you, Piers.
Thanks, legend.
Take
Love
care,
you. You're
guys.
the best.
Mate,
Thank you
I'm
so
all
much.
over
All
it.
the best.
Come on, Ange.
Thanks, mate.